Okay, America, I cannot make this up. This has been one of the most craziest mornings I've had in a while. And it all started when I just called the shuttle bus driver and I told him, I would like to do, just to interview you about talking to strangers and, tell you a little bit more about my trip. As we're talking, I get a phone call from Amtrak. Amtrak then tells me that the entire route that I was trying to take is canceled because of a derailment and there was bad weather. And I was just like, well, what are my options? They were like, well, we can reschedule for another day. I was like, I can't. Another day is just not going to work for me. So they were like, well, the only other thing for us to get you to LA by Friday or by Saturday is for you to take the train from Chicago to Sacramento. I was like, okay, well, that's doable as long as I'm on the West Coast and I'm still, traveling across America. I can do that. Lo and behold, the train leaving Milwaukee for Chicago leaves in 30 minutes. I'm not going to make it. So the guy I'm sitting in front of is listening to the whole conversation, and we go ahead and I said, I'll find a way to Chicago. I'll make it work. So it all just kind of turned out. He listened to me, and I said, well, how am I gonna make the Chicago? What options? Like, do you have any suggestions for me? He was like, I'll take you. He was like, I was like, what? He was like, I believe in your story. You're inspiring. Like, I want to see you complete this, and I have no problem with taking you. So that's what we did. We gassed up, and the hour and a half trip to Chicago, and we made it to Union Station in Chicago, and I was just so thankful. And I let him know that this is the whole purpose of talking to strangers. The next person you meet could change your life, and like just his pure gratitude, his pure just generosity of helping me, and my gratitude for him doing that, it illustrates what this whole talking to strangers movement is. The next person you speak to could change your life, and in this case it saved my trip, and it definitely changed mine. So as I get to Union Station, I walk down and I exchange my tickets. Then the conductor, or not the teller, tells me that he's like, you're in for a treat. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, your trip from Chicago to Sacramento is one of the most breathtaking views that you can take on Amtrak. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, you're actually going to go through the Rocky Mountains. You're going to go through Denver, Colorado. There's going to be 8 feet of snow. You're going to see the most breathtaking views throughout the daytime. And it just all, I sat there and I smiled and I was like, thank you. He was like, you're going to enjoy yourself. So I everything worked out where I'm actually just made it there just in time for boarding, and here I am. I'm on the plane. I'm on the train. For the next 50 hours, I'll be traveling across America in this space. This is what I'm living in. It's a bed. It has electricity. I have internet. I have all the things that I need and a beautiful view. We're just now pulling out of Chicago, and this is just, I honestly, guys, I came up with this a week ago, and I just said I just wanted to do this. I had no inclination of what this was actually going to turn to, and now I'm looking at what it's turning to, and it's beautiful. Like, this is the whole purpose. Talking to strangers. The next one may change your life, and it can't be further from the truth. So I'll check in with you guys periodically. I'll send pictures. I'll post videos of the scenery and the things that I'm doing. But this is the journey, day 2, and so much has happened thus far. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the messages and the phone calls and the safe travels. It helps tremendously. You guys are helping making this trip, and I hope that once I complete this book that I can capture all this emotion and capture the adventure of talking to strangers and what it can do for me and possibly what it could do for you. So I look forward to speaking to you guys again, and we'll talk soon. Talk to you guys.